What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is the predictions for the first test between Australia and Ireland. Probably one of the most exciting games I'm excited for the most besides my own country, just because there's so much to look forward to. One, you have Six Nations champions, Grand Slam champions Ireland versus a very different Australian rugby team that is trying their best, that is growing, developing, on the rise we can say, but also wanting to prove their critics wrong. They wanted to show Australia that they have the potential to grow. And when looking at the squad, you can see potential players within that team. You can see guys who can take Australia to the next level. They have experience in that team that can take them to another level. They've got young blokes who are up and coming and on the rise who can do it. They've got the potential. They just need to adapt it and put it all into a gameplay so they can play and prove a point. They beat New Zealand last year. Last time they played, obviously middle last year, they beat New Zealand. Had an up and down end of year tour, but they're going to want to rephrase, start off fresh. As I said before, Super Rugby for Australia hasn't been too hot. It's also been up and down. Teams that we never thought would do well are doing well. Teams that we thought would do well aren't doing well. So it's a bit of an opposite, but still we've got a great team there, and the potential within Australian rugby is good. But are they good enough or strong enough for Ireland? And that's what I'm going to chat about today. Ireland, on the other hand, we all know how good they are. They're on the rise. They are second in the world. They have the potential to beat anyone at this point with the rate they are going, the momentum they are playing at. The champions of Europe with Leinster, champions of Pro 14 with Leinster again, and as I said, Six Nations champions and potential World Cup finalists because of their rise and the form and the consistency within Irish rugby. It's truly inspiring and truly unbelievable, and me as a neutral, I'm thoroughly enjoying watching that team play rugby. I've been a big fan since a youngster, and growing up watching them go through tough stages, strong stages, tough stages, and now watching them pretty much playing the best rugby they've ever played is truly outstanding. And the same goes for Australia. I want to see them give the Irish a good fight. I want to see Ireland give Australia a good fight too. I think it's going to be an absolutely unbelievable game, and I honestly can't wait for it to start. They played each other 33 times. Ireland have won 11 times, Australia obviously 21, and one draw. So it just shows the level. Australia's been the stronger team, but we've seen past results where, hey, it's been a bit up and down. Last time these two teams played was in 2016. Ireland won 27 points to 24. In 2014, they played again. Ireland won 26 to 23. So Ireland have won the last two games. Then in 2013, Australia beat Ireland in Ireland 32 points to 15. Then Ireland won again, 15 to 6 points in 2011, and in 2010 Australia won again. So out of the past 5 games that I've just chatted about, Ireland's won 3 of the, and Australia's won 2. So it's pretty interesting seeing those stats. Again, what are we going to see this year? Australia haven't had the hottest year of rugby in 2017. They're going to want to develop and build. They have a young team, they are growing, and they've hopefully got systems in place in order to be a challenge and a force against Ireland, whereas we know Ireland are just on a roll at the moment, and if continue they might destroy Australia. But because Australia's got the home environment, I think that's definitely going to be in their favour. Just some notes that I took on. Australia have picked 5 uncapped players for this series, so that's going to be interesting to see how those 5 guys, if selected, do in the upcoming test matches. So that I'm going to be watching out for. Sadly, Captain Rory Best is injured, so he's not going to play. So that's a massive loss for Ireland. That's quite a sad one. David Pocock could make his first test appearance in 18 months. We all know what that guy's capable of. He's a genius. He's a stealer of the ball. He's brilliant at what he does. And if on form, he could definitely be a threat to Ireland. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Walgenia versus Conor Murray. Two fantastic scrum-offs, potentially a legend in the scrum-off industry as if Walgenia, and in my opinion the best scrum-off in world rugby, Conor Murray. To see the battle is going to be exciting. It's going to be clever, it's going to be intense, it's going to be strong, it's going to be very cheeky and interesting to watch. And I'm excited to see that battle because they are such talented rugby players, and I think both are going to be wanting to show who's the dominant force there. Then obviously I'm excited to see Bernard Foley versus Johnny Sexton. Bernard Foley, fantastic, talented player, but he does have the tendency to, in my opinion, not place kick as well. I think he cost them a few times last year, but he's a great player and he probably will hopefully be on form for Australia. You know, it's a different story. When you're in your international jersey, it can either make or break you. So hopefully for his sake, he's going to give such a lot of hope within the Australian rugby. And we all know Johnny Sexton. He is pretty much the best fly-half in world rugby at the moment with Beauden Barrett. Those two are fantastic. So it's going to be a tough battle. But Johnny Sexton is just a genius. He's a tactical kicker. He's a place kicker, he's a runner, he's a passer. He can do anything. He can freaking win a game on his own. Obviously he can't, but he's just that damn good. Some other notes. Ireland's biggest win was 27-12 versus Australia in 1979, and that was in Ireland. So that was their biggest win. Australia's biggest win was 10-46 points, also in Ireland. So albeit this was in 99, and we all know how strong Australia were in 99. John Eales, Georgie Gregan, Matt Burke, Joe Roff, Stephen Larkham, fantastic names. Obviously Ireland had some fantastic names there too, but Australia were on fire in 99 and a dominant force. Players for me that I'm going to be watching out for Australia: Michael Hooper, Will Guinea of course, David Pocock is definitely one, I did mention him above. Bernard Foley, Falau, I'm interested to see. He's obviously been in the news with all the drama stories. He's a fantastic player and I will be watching him. He's got the potential to do such amazing things in rugby and I'm excited to see. Hopefully all this media attention is going to be off him, or he's going to forget about all that and focus on the game and give a solid performance. Curtly Beale, I've got to have in here just from experience what he's done for Australian rugby, and he's a bloody good player with also the brains of a genius. So I'm excited to watch him. Ireland, my top players that I'm looking out for, gotta be Mr. South Africa, CJ Stander. We all know what that genius of a rugby player is capable of. He's strong, he's committed, he's passionate. He can flatten someone so hard they will look worse than a pancake. He is just a force to be reckoned with. Another guy, Dan Levy, the 24-year-old, I'm excited to see. He had this outstanding Six Nations tournament, and I'm excited to see what he has to offer. A try he scored for in the European Champions Cup was also awesome. So I'm excited to see what he's got to offer if he can continue this fantastic momentum. Conor Murray, I cannot leave him out. He's my favourite scrum half in world rugby, so I'm going to be watching him like a hawk. He's a genius with the ball. He's a genius with the tactical side of it. He's just a genius. I can't wait to watch him. And then Jacob Stockdale, the 22-year-old, who wouldn't be watching him? 22 years old. He's an international player. He's outstanding, he's brilliant, he's fantastic, and he has the potential to outrun so many players. So the stats are awesome. It's giving me goosebumps just thinking of this game because of the potential of what it has to offer fans of rugby and all that stuff. Look, Australia are going to battle, I think, because just from where they are at the moment, and they're still in development phase. Look, they've got a long way till the Rugby World Cup, but they have the potential to beat Ireland if they are committed and determined and passionate. But for me, going into the first test, I'm going to predict Ireland to win by more than 7 points. Just because of the momentum they're coming from. They've played more international rugby, so Australia might be a bit rusty. I'm not saying they're not going to give a fight. They're going to give a fight. You're going to... the first few minutes are going to be truly outstanding. But just from the experience of where Leinster were, Munster were, all those talented Irish teams doing quite well. Then you got Six Nations, that Grand Slam victory, those Six Nations champions on you as well, carrying that, gonna, for me, give you so much confidence and positivity within. So for me going into this, I definitely see an Irish win to kick off this tournament. It's gonna be interesting. I know Ireland, I've seen it in the comments, are dying to win in Australia, so they're going to be passionate. They're going to be wanting to give it their absolute all. But just remember, don't count out the Aussies just yet. They are also a very unpredictable team, and at the die-hard seconds, they can come out of nowhere and whoop a team that no one would ever have thought could have happened. So, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going with Ireland to win. It's going to be an amazing game filled with rugby extravaganza. I can't wait. And that's going to do it for today's predictions video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, share it with your friends so we can get to this out there. And big thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. We've hit another goal, 4,000 subscribers, so close to my year goal of 5,000. So if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Join me on the journey. So much rugby to come, guys. Hit the subscribe button. We've got so much more content, so stay with me. If you enjoy my content and want to support me and help grow and develop this channel, please feel free to head over to my Patreon account and feel free to support me if you are willing, but no pressure at all. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I can't wait to chat about the recap of this video with you guys over the weekend or next week. It's gonna be an awesome one. Enjoy the rugby, have fun, stay safe, and never give up. Cheers.